Is Miliastra Wonderland a cash grab by Hoyoverse to get players to play Genshin longer? Let's talk about it. So, I think that it's basically Roblox and Genshin. Let's be real. It's Roblox and Genshin, and why is that important? One of the reasons why they would put it inside Genshin is that all the assets are shared, so you're not being Genshin's fucking huge. You're not being forced to download all the assets because all the assets used in Miliastra Wonderland come directly from Genshin. To my knowledge, they're not from Star Rail and other things. Two, a lot of people have expressed discomfort with the idea that the Traveler is a self insert and do not like that. And I think Genshin has been moving away from that stance since, I want to say, since Fontaine, kind of, and putting them as their own character. But games like Genshin tend to do better when there is a self insert. And so Miliastra Wonderland is kind of saying, like, we messed up with the Traveler kind of thing, and we want to keep that storyline separate, but we also want to give players a self insert. And the cash grab is in the outfits, it's in getting that Roblox and Infinity Nikki market. But one thing to mention about this is the gameplay is entirely optional. Just like TCG, just like the rhythm game, kind of what it looks like Hoyo is doing is trying to say, like, we created Genshin, this fantasy world that we really know and love, and we want you to know and love it. But we set this story up having arcs, and with the introduction of Nodcry, we're getting close to the end of the story. Like, there's like maybe 3 years left in the main Genshin Impact story for Snezhnaya, or the remainder of Nodcry, Snezhnaya, Conria, and the like twin. So 3-4 years. And so Miliastra Wonderland looks like to me a way to say, like, but we love this game and we don't want to like keep releasing new properties. We don't want to say, okay, here's Genshin 2, like we did Honkai Impact 3rd, what have you, Honkai Star Rail. It seems like they're really trying to consolidate instead of releasing sequels. And so Miliastra Wonderland is an attempt to bring in, one, people who are not interested in the fantasy aesthetic, but very interested in the Hoyo assets, bring them in to kind of fill the whole Infinity Nikki created in the market by kind of killing its audience. I play Infinity Nikki. I do love the game, but it is extremely clunky and it has a lot of problems. I think I'll probably play this over Infinity Nikki. It will probably replace that in my lineup just because I like the way Genshin assets are and I like the ability to play any game. I can't wait for someone to make like a Silk Song with Genshin. I'm playing Silk Song right now, so I'm obsessed with it. It's really hard for me. And I think it's also really interesting to point out that this is like something that is also really educational focused. So Miliastra Wonderland also focuses on giving people like proprietary information that they can use to practice coding. And it's like a very rudimentary form of coding to my understanding. I'm not a coder and I like am very overwhelmed. I don't know if I would ever make a stage. I kind of want to try, but like I am someone who probably would never code and I have some interest. And I think that Hoyoverse is like Tech Otaku saving the world is their motto, that there is some truth to, wow, what if we gave people the ability to innovate and stuff? One, you can view it in one of two ways. There's the cynical view and the positive view. The cynical view is that we're farming our players to make content for us. I'm not a fan of that view because I think this kind of content is common now. Like, a lot of games are doing this. This isn't stealing, this isn't copying, this is industry standard. And so Hoyo is trying to meet a standard that they have not met. And the second thing, the more positive way to view this is Hoyo is so confident in its ability to create innovative games that it says, why don't we just give the sandbox to the players and see what they come up with? And I think that's really, that innovative spirit is what's behind it. Some things I really like about it, I like that there are skin tones, that they are diverse. I don't know why we have like 7 shades of white and like 4 shades of color. Hopefully they balance that out. But I'm very glad that there are different shades. I like the ability to customize. I like the ability to bring it into the Genshin overworld. That's really cool. And like people have already made Valorant inside of this. And I think that's really interesting, especially as space becomes more and more precious on our computers, to be able to play like a multitude of different games. I'm excited to create lobbies in the Discord server and be able to really have fun with that. And I don't know, like, I think this might be nice for community events in the Beehive. And that's one way I'm thinking about it, of like, how am I going to, as a creator and as someone who has a community that centers around Genshin, use this to further connection. I really wish they had given us cross, like, we were able to play with our AU people and stuff in Miliastra Wonderland. Maybe that'll come in a future update. But all in all, it is an optional game mode. Is it a cash grab? Everything's a cash grab. Welcome to capitalism. There is no ethical consumption under capitalism. And if you play the game Genshin Impact, they're already after your wallet. This is just a different way to be after your wallet. And I kind of knew what I was getting into when I downloaded a gacha, so I don't have a problem with that. I like cute outfits, and it seems to me like there are a lot of free-to-play outfits in Miliastra Wonderland, so like you don't necessarily need the signatures, and you can get limited wishes by doing quests. It seems it's not only purchase. But that's my 2 cents, my breakdown on Miliastra Wonderland. I'm so curious to know, do people hate it? Do they think it's a cash grab? Are you going to play it? Are you going to stage? Are you going to let it like sit for 6 months, see if it gets popular, and then play it? So curious to hear what people have to say about this. And I'm not playing the Archon quest till Tuesday. I'm so excited because I'm going to Pennsylvania Renaissance Festival, but I'm also really sad because I want to fucking know what happens. So y'all will have to keep it a secret for me until then, okay?